So today we are starting the first chapter of management accounting. So purpose and role of cost and management accounting is the first question. See, this is you have a company called ABC company. Okay. What's the
Yes,
name
sir.
of the company?
ABC. Sir, I can't see the screen again.
Can you see now?
No.
No.
No, I can't see that.
Can you see now?
No, sir.
No. Okay, I'll
Mm,
share.
okay.
Can you see the screen now, Fatima?
Uh, I can see. Yes, sir. Yes, I can see.
Yeah. So suppose you have a company called ABC company,
Okay.
and you are looking like you're into manufacturing business. Okay, manufacturing.
Yes, sir.
So it's understood fact that you manufacture some product. Okay,
Mm. Yes, sir.
and you want to and every year at the end of the year you see whatever you manufacture you sell and transactions happen, isn't it so? So
Right, sir.
the transactions are you're buying raw material, you're selling the goods to finished goods to people, you're generating cash from that, and apart from that, a lot of expenses you are incurring in your business, and you have machinery, plant, everything is like a business setup should have is that you're having, and every day all these transactions are happening in your business and
Right,
you
sir.
record them. Of course, why? Because it's a business, you need to you have to answer to shareholders because they have invested their money in your company, so you need
Of
to
course.
show them all the records, isn't it so, and
Right.
show them
Yes, sir.
based upon the records what is the profit or loss at the end of the year. So for that reason you do financial reporting, correct?
Yes, sir.
Financial accounting as well as reporting. See, financial accounting and reporting is based upon the actual transactions which are happening. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
But before this, financial accounting or reporting, the transactions have come into existence only because you desire to run your manufacturing concern, correct? Am I
Yes,
right?
sir.
And like whatever you are manufacturing, you are selling those products by adding some margin to it or some profit margin, or like you're adding some profits to it. Am I right?
Of
You know,
course. Yes, sir.
CP, uh, cost price plus profit is selling price. This is
Selling
everyone
price.
knows this.
Yes, sir.
Now the point is how you get the cost of a product, how you ascertain the cost of a product which you are selling to people. That means definitely you are manufacturing some product. So a manufacturing process is nothing but conversion of raw material into finished goods, isn't it so?
Yes, sir.
So first and foremost thing is manufacturing is considered when company thinks that manufacturing the product would be much more feasible than importing it or buying it from some other vendor. Okay, that means
Okay.
I'm speaking about make or buy decision.
Okay, sir.
Make or buy decision is nothing but it is profit, it is beneficial for me to make or to buy from China, from where I can get cheaper
Cheaper
goods. Okay,
prices. Yes.
so all these things, all these aspects my financial accountant cannot answer. That can be answered by my cost accountant. He
Yes.
is the one who deals with all the costing aspects of a business. That
Right.
means from ascertainment of cost,
Okay.
ascertainment of cost is nothing but he will help me, or he will come with his file, I mean to say he will come with his quote of the cost of my finished good. That means he is the one who is going to ascertain the cost of the product which I am going to manufacture. Okay,
Yes.
and he is going to show me what is the cost it would be if I manufacture, and what is the cost would what's the cost would be if I buy from China, is what is nothing but from bargain I can with a bargain, and what is the price prevailing in China, from that I can get the quote. But
Yes, sir.
what is that it is going to cost me if I manufacture that product in my manufacturing facility is what can be ascertained only by a professional called cost accountant.
Cost
Based
accountant.
upon his analysis and his ascertainment, I will put a step forward either to make or to buy. Suppose if
Right.
he tells that if you make the product, it is going to cost you 10 rupees, and if you get it from China, it's going to cost you 6 rupees, then I have to consider this, because here if I add my margin, here I have to add 2 rupees margin, and I have to sell at 12 rupees. In market, my competitors are selling for 10 rupees. Still, I can add 4 rupees and I can sell at 10 rupees. Now I'm getting 4 rupees. Am I right? Extra profits.
Yes, sir.
So cost accountant is the one, is the professional. See, it's your company, Fatima, and you are the director of the company. You are very much excited about a new project. You are already into car manufacturing and you want to manufacture bikes now. That is electric bike manufacturing. You want to enter into electric bike manufacturing, and
Right.
you and your engineers, your scientists, and everyone is very much excited of excited about the project. But what comes but the challenge here is whether you should make it or you should buy it, or whether
Mm.
the production of that is going to be feasible for you or not, or how come you can get a cost advantage when compared to your competitors. All these points, all these questions can only be answered when cost accountant comes with his final report regarding the cost of that particular product, how much is going to cost you, correct?
Right, sir.
So that is the purpose of this person. Okay, so management accounting, now this is the cost accountant, this is the financial accountant. So financial accountant job starts after the cost accountant's job. I mean to say, when where his job ends, his job starts. That means he will ascertain the cost of the product. My company will finalize whether to manufacture the product or not, and based upon that, like manufacturing will happen, and then sales would happen, and then financial accountant would come into
The
active mode. Am
picture.
I right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Now, as the financial accounts are prepared at the end of the year, financial reports are prepared at the end of the year, the next task is to do the analysis of those reports. That means, how is the company's future going to be down the line after 5 years or 2 years or 3 years, in short term or long term? What kind of potential the company has? All this kind of reports are going to be made by the management accountant of the company. Who?
Management accountant.
Yeah, so in today's world, cost and management accountant are one and the same professional. That means one guy who is a cost accountant and who is also a management accountant, both perform this dual function. That means one person can perform costing as well as management accounting functions. Understood?
Okay, sir.
That is the reason why they don't segregate this. They put it as cost and management accountant, not cost or management accountant. Understood?
All right, sir.
So these people, the cost and management accountant. So now the question is, how will he ascertain the cost of a product? Of course. So now you are like, your company's name is ABC company and you want to float a new company for bike manufacturing by the name XYZ company, and the
Yes.
brand you want to maintain that bike's brand as XYZ. Okay. So now how will he ascertain the cost of this particular one bike? He will start with raw material. Okay, what is that?
Raw material.
Yeah, he will start with raw metal consumption. Na? First and
Yes.
foremost thing, to make that particular bike, you want raw metal, isn't it so?
Of course. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so he will start with purchase of raw material. Okay, purchase of raw material. Then you get the raw metal cost. Then you add all the factory expenses, correct?
Right,
Factory
sir.
expenses nothing but manufacturing expenses, whereby you are converting this raw metal into finished goods. Factory rent, factory electricity, factory. There are a lot of laborers working in your factory. You are paying wages to them. Correct?
So-
Hello.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you will start with raw material. Then all the expenses, I would say direct expenses. What is that?
Direct expenses.
What do you mean by direct expenses, Fatima? Direct expenses are nothing but the
Uh,
expenditure which you are incurring for directly manufacturing the product. That means this is a factory. In this factory, there is a machinery. This machinery is operated by two supervisors or two laborers. So you pay wages to these two laborers.
yes,
I will
sir.
call them as direct wages. Why? Because they are directly involved in the manufacturing
Direct.
process.
Yes, sir.
Now this factory premise is given security by a security guard. This security guard is also paid some amount as a wage or as a salary. What is that called? Is that direct expense or indirect expense?
Direct.
No, it's an indirect expense. See, this is a direct manufacturing expense
Okay.
and this is a indirect manufacturing expense. But why it's an indirect manufacturing expense? This guy is not involved directly in the production process. He is supporting this production process by giving security to the people who are working directly on that machine. Understood?
Okay. Okay. Yes, sir.
So the ones who directly work on the machine and directly work on the production process, the expenditure what you incur that in that case is direct manufacturing expense. The
Yes, sir.
expenditure which you incur on those employees or on those workers who give security to this, that means who support this direct activity. What are they doing? Hello.
Direct activity.
What are they doing? They are supporting this direct
They are
activity. They are not
producing.
directly involved, but they are supporting it. Am I right?
They are not producing it. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes, sir.
is this security guard who is giving security to this factory directly working on the machine, or he is like kind of giving security to this factory premise so that these workers can peacefully work? He is just giving the security to this
He's
factory
just giving
premise.
safety. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so he without his monitoring of this premise, these people cannot work properly because something or the other, some issue or something or the other, or some problem may happen. Some visitor may
Yes,
visit
sir.
or some issues can happen. So he is supporting their activity. So whatever the expenditure you incur on support activities are always indirect expenses. What are they?
Indirect expenses.
Yeah, they are also equally important, but they are the nature of those expenses indirect expense. Understood?
Okay. Yes, sir.
That's the reason we have two things here. Direct wages. Direct wages are paid to this labors,
Indirect wages.
and indirect wages or salary are paid to this factory's security guard, because he is not directly involved in the production process, but he is supporting that production process. Understood? Hello?
Hello. Yes,
Hello?
sir. Understood, sir.
He is supporting
Hello.
that yeah, he is supporting that production process. He is not directly involved in the production process, but he is supporting that production process. Understood? He is not in direct activity, he is supporting the
Understood.
direct activity. So whatever the expenditure you will incur in that case will be indirect expenses. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now one more question, Fatima. See,
Yes, sir.
you are into manufacturing business, correct? So your prime activity is
Yes.
manufacturing. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So you see, whatever happens in the factory has to be recorded. Everything has to be monitored, and for that you have office. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
See, you have this factory in some outskirts. You will have a branch office, head office, whereby all the accountants, financial managers, all the like people would be working there, who would be looking after, who would be not involved in the production process, but who will be involved in paperwork. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
What is the paperwork they will be involved for? Every day in factory, whatever is coming, there will be different departments in a company, Fatima. So what departments company can have? Purchase
Yes, sir.
department, sales department, finance department, accounts department.
Fine.
Okay, so store department. So
Yes.
all these departments would not be there in the factory, but they would be the professionals or the managers of all these departments, and the workers or employees of all these departments would be sitting in the office. Am I right?
Office. Yes, sir.
And they will be documenting all the everyday's records in the office. So whatever
Yes, sir.
expenditure you pay to them are direct expense or indirect expense, Fatima?
Indirect.
Of course indirect, because they are not involved directly in the production process, but they are supporting the production process.
They're not involved in the
Yeah,
pro.
they are doing the back end activities. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah. So I will start here. So for purchase of raw material, suppose you purchased a raw material of 10,000. Then direct expenses you incurred 5,000. Then factory expenses, manufacturing. That means all these are indirect expenses, indirect factory expenses.
Yes, sir.
5,000. Office expenses 10,000. Then after office expenses, Fatima, now the manufacturing is done and everything is ready. The bikes are ready. Now bikes have to be sold in the market. For that you will be incurring selling expenses. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Marketing, promotion, branding, that is around 10,000. Now you add all this, Fatima, 10,000 and 5, this 20, 30, 40. So your each bike is costing you 40,000. That is the total cost.
40. Yes, sir.
Now what you'll do is you'll add 10%, you'll add 20% or 25% margin to it, 25%. That is around 10,000 and you'll be selling this at 50,000 in the market. So this way, one bike's cost is ascertained by the cost accountant. Okay, please make a note of all this.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think you understood the concept behind this.
I didn't. Yes, sir.
Yeah, any doubts, please ask me. Okay, don't
Yes, yes, sir.
worry, we will go in further details as the time as like we enter deeply into the subject. But today, this much basics are all right enough.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah,
So that's marginal.
what? Sorry,
After the expenses, the selling price would be marginal. What, sir?
margin purchase of raw material direct. This is manufacturing, MFG.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah. This subject is
Yes,
very
sir.
much general subject, Fatima. A student can easily connect with this subject, but accounting, it's all like, you have to understand the rules and everything.
Yes, yes, sir. Sir, I'm done copying it.
Yeah. So this is what the job of a cost accountant was. Now, once the bike is sold for 50,000, regular and general transactions would happen, and that is taken care by the financial accountants, and they prepare the financial statements at the end of the year. Now, as the financial reports are ready, these
Yes, sir.
reports are taken as nothing but raw material. Raw material by whom? Management accountants. What they will do is they will study these reports thoroughly, and they will they will study these financial reports or statements thoroughly, and they will make their own reports which are called as management accountants commentary. What are they called?
Management accountants commentary.
Commentary or management accountants report. This report
Oh,
will be all about the company's performance. What is that?
company's performance.
You can say performance report. See, I gave you ratio analysis chapter, correct?
Yes, sir.
In that you have come across this particular terminology, company's performance. How is the
Yes, sir.
company's performance in all the areas? Liquidity, solvency, overall profitability. Did I say all these points?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so management accountant is going to study the company's financial reports. Each and every area of the financial report he will study. He will give the report on company's performance in various areas like liquidity, solvency.
Okay.
Solvency is nothing but how solvent the company is. Liquidity is all about short term, solvency of the company, that in short term whether company has enough funds to survive, and for fulfilling its long term goals whether it has enough funds. Then about company's turnover, like how are the sales of the company. See, why the management accountant is doing all this, why he's doing analysis of company's financial report and giving his commentary or his performance report about the company, because it is his job and task to do that. Based upon his
Yes.
reports, the future potential investors would decide whether to invest in the company or not. Am I right? See,
Yes,
there
sir.
are many individuals who are earning, and when they come into their mid age, when we say they are somewhat settled in their life, now they don't have that much of stress because the earnings are coming to them. Okay, see,
Yes, sir.
when you are a fresher, you struggle to get a job. Once you get a job, after 5 years or 6 or 7 years, there will be one stage whereby your expenses will be fixed and you will be getting fixed savings. Now everyone wants to invest. So what will you do with this, those savings? You'll invest. Am I right? So for
Invest.
investing,
Yes, sir.
you want to know about the potential investments available in the market. There are a lot of investments available: real estate,
Yes, sir.
gold, and stocks also. So people who are interested in stock market would read this management accountants commentary or all these reports prepared by the management accountants, and they would decide whether to invest in a company or not. Okay, based upon the
Yes, sir.
company's reports. Understood?
Yes. Understood, sir.
Turnover, yeah, profitability, overall profitability. So all these are nothing but these are the areas in which the study would be done by the management accountant, and he will give his reports. Based upon that, the investors can decide whether to invest in the company or not. So that is the task of a management accountant. And not only that, he prepares the budgets for the company. You know, budgets are very important, tools for future planning. Am I right? Whenever what is a budget,
Right. Of
Fatima?
course, sir.
What is a budget? Any clue?
Budget.
Budget literally
Suppose
means financial plan. Financial plan.
yes,
Isn't
sir.
it so?
Yes, sir.
Every parent in his or her like household, what they do, they prepare a budget. Okay, why they prepare a budget? Because they see whether they could save some amount or not. Because see, we all are working hard and we
Of course,
cannot
sir.
afford to spend our money like that. Isn't it so?
Mm.
So we
Yes,
prepare a
sir.
budget so that we see food, shelter, clothing. Here, these are the basic needs. No one would compromise on all this. If he has like, it depends upon lifestyle. See, everyone has their own capacities, their own earning capacity, and everyone wants to save for the future. That's the reason they make budget, isn't it? So if you make budget, you won't go wrong
Yes.
because the plan is done beforehand. If you want to if you want to visit any city, let's say you're planning to visit Paris. Paris is a very
Yes.
beautiful city in Europe, and if you make a budget beforehand, you will be looking into 10 or 20 hotels, and you'll be finalizing one of the hotels which suits your budget, or whereby you can get best accommodation at least cost. Then you will be seeing what is like public transport costing you. Then you will be seeing the airlines whereby you can get the cheapest tickets, and you would be like taking all those scenarios into consideration whereby the money is going to be spent and should be spent very reasonably, no wastage. And here
Yes.
like you have made a budget of 100,000 rupees. That means 1 lakh rupees, it is enough to visit Paris to and fro. If you don't prepare a budget, you can go for 1.5 lakhs, correct? 50,000 extra.
Mm.
So that is not good for the
Yes.
for your financials, because 50,000 extra you are spending, that could have been saved and that could have been invested, isn't it so?
Of course. Yes, sir.
That is what is also prepared by the management accountants of the company, and they also perform lot of tasks which we'll be discussing afterwards. So you understood the prime functionalities of these reports, correct?
Yes, sir. Understood.
So you can see here, cost accounting provides a bank of data for management accountant to use it, and is concerned with preparing statements, cost data collection, as I gave you example, applying cost to inventory. Yeah, he is going to ascertain the cost of finished goods. Finished goods are nothing but inventory or products and services. And management accountant, as I said you, he takes the accounting information as his base and he forecasts the future of the company. What he does?
Forecast the future of the company.
Yeah, he will prepare the reports. Those reports can be taken by the potential investors, and they will understand whether they can, like based upon the reports, they can decide to invest in a company or not and maximize their wealth. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's what. So I've already explained you these points practically. Now let's go for
Yes.
all this. Now planning process. What is planning literally called Fatima? Planning is nothing but, can I say, thinking before doing anything is called planning.
Yes, sir.
It's a very simple definition.
Right. Yes, sir.
So properly thinking before doing anything is called planning. And
Planning.
planning is not only this. Planning, in planning, you consider all these steps. First is assessment stage. That means it's called the general study stage. First, what you do, you assess the external environment. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That means wherever you want to start a business, wherever you want to go or visit or whatever, wherever you want to explore, you first study about that environment. Then you study about your organization. That means what are your limitations, what are your strength, what are your weakness. SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats.
Yes.
Okay, what is your strength,
Threats. Yes, sir.
where you are weak, what opportunities you can get, you can grab, what are the threats for you. Then you see the future. Okay, you think about the future. See, assessment stage is nothing but thinking about the past, present, future, everything. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
So first you study about the environment in which you're going to set up your business. You're going to study your organization, what kind of organization it is going to be. See, organizations are different types of organizations. We have centralized company, centralized organizations, decentralized organizations. You know the difference between centralized and decentralized. Centralized is nothing but you're having a like very small management whereby only one a manager is going to take care of the entire company. Decentralized nothing but one manager is going to take care of the company. Under him he has like
Has
a lot of sub managers, yeah,
yes.
deputy, assistant, etc. Yeah, it depends, or it differs from organization to organization.
Yes.
Then you see the future, what are the future prospects, and then you see what are the expectations people have from you. Then
Right.
objective stage, you set your objectives. Yeah, goals, you want to achieve something, you set those objectives, correct? What can be
Yes.
a corporate objective? Many things, like profit maximization, then market share, market share. You want to capture a lot of you want to capture a big chunk of the market. Okay, market share, then expansion. You can have that plan also, no? That can also be your objective, correct?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Then profit maximization, market share, expansion, customer satisfaction. See, corporate means it's not, you cannot think, take it in a very narrow sense. You have to take it in a broader sense.
Broader
So
sense. Yes.
customer, yeah, customer satisfaction, a lot of things would come under that. Then evaluation stage, you evaluate everything, like how much you're going to spend on your company and whether it's going to work out or not. So if it's not going to work out, what is plan B? So alternative ways of achieving objectives, correct? It's
Yes.
not necessary that every time what you plan would be you would be successful in that. There can be some uncertainties, so you should have alternatives even.
Yes, sir.
Then corporate plan. Then like after all this, you agree, you just make your plan ready and you agree to that plan. And then what you do, your plan is again divided into these all divisions, like production planning, how to do the production, where to do the production, you plan that. And then from where to procure the resources, how much to procure, and then what the product is going to be and how it is to be packaged and branded and to be sent to the market, and what kind of R&D you have to do, research and development. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so this is all there in your planning stage. And your planning till here, I would say it is long term planning. That means long term objectives and goals are till here. Then this comes under short term planning. That means this is execution thing. What is that? Execution stage. Yeah,
Yes.
execution in the sense you have to think, you have to see for the short term. Next,
Understood.
control. See, what is control? Keeping things under limitation is control. Why you want to keep things under limitation? See, out of, if you go beyond if you cross your limits, that's not good. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So you always plan to keep things under you always want to keep things intact, and you always want things to be as per your plans. That means things should not go beyond your plans, am I right, or beyond
Yes.
the limitations what you have set. If it is like that, then it can be disastrous. So you always try to keep things under control, under limit. That is very important function, control function. Okay,
Okay, sir.
then finally decision making. Like decision making is nothing but finally when everything is ready, you finalize the things and you then decide what to produce, how to arrange finances for the business and this production process, and whether the project is going to be worthwhile project or not. Now, decision making is also not something which is like a very easy process. It's also a tedious task. See, decision making process is again divided into several steps. So first step is, see, first of all, data you collect. Am I right? That
Yes.
data is nothing but a raw material. Raw material when processed becomes a information. And based upon this information, you take your decisions, correct?
Yes, sir.
See, if I tell you, I give you a jumbled paragraph, you will not understand anything. So that is a raw material. You process that jumbled paragraph. Okay. That means, see, I gave you 5 statements. These 5 statements are not in order. Can I say this is data? Yes. Then
Yes.
those random statements I told you to convert into meaningful paragraph. Then what you did is you converted that. That means you gave order to those 5 statements. Now when I read that those statements like sequence wise, I come to know what that data is all about. Can I say you have processed the raw material and it has become an information?
Yes, sir. I can.
Yeah. Did you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, sir.
See, these are jumbled sentences. I gave you 5 sentences. That is a raw material. Those 5 sentences, no one can understand. But it can only be understood if those statements are put into sequence, proper sequence.
Right.
You have
Yes.
done that in English, now in a school. So
Yes,
now,
sir.
once you converted them into proper like order, then definitely people can understand that and people can understand what that paragraph means. So that jumbled statements or sentences were raw material. You process them by giving them a proper sequence, and then people can understand that. That means it has become a valuable information, and based upon that they can take decisions. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
That's what. So the same thing comes here. Decision making process is first and foremost, every entrepreneur should first identify what their goals are. It's called generation of idea. See, many entrepreneurs get ideas. Am I right? So
Yes, sir.
they always work to achieve those ideas, or make their ideas like what we say a reality. So first you should see what your goals are, then what your objectives, and what are the problems you can face to achieve your goals or objectives. Point number two, then you have to identify alternative solutions, opportunities which might contribute towards achieving them. That means, see, if I have set a goal that I want to like I want to crack my examination. That is my goal of 3 months. Correct?
Yes, sir.
For that, I need to have a plan A. That means I'll get up at morning 5 to 8, and then I made a plan A. Now I started working on that plan A, but the scenarios what I have on daily basis is not working because I have some traveling or something or the other issues are there, because of which plan A is not working out. So will I not go for plan B?
We will. Yes, sir.
I have to keep alternative solutions. Correct?
Right. Of course.
Which can contribute me to achieve my goals. Then collect and analyze relevant data about each alternative. So I will collect data about this alternative and this alternative. Then based upon that, I will finalize which alternative to select. So I'll pick it
Select. Yes,
and
sir.
then I'll implement it. That becomes my decision. Then I'll wait for my results, and then I'll compare my results with the actual results with the expected outcome. See, I always expect something, and I expected 10% returns. I got 12%. I'll be happy or not?
Yes, sir.
That's what. That's it. Now, strategic, tactical, and operational planning. See, strategic is nothing but I am speaking about the top level management, the
Yes.
ones which are nothing but the board of directors, the CEO, the CFO. All this are are the ones who are involved in strategy making or strategic planning. Okay, so
Okay.
their aim is nothing but to look forward and to focus much on the external market, and also it is related to non-financial aspects because they just make the strategy. Okay,
Yes, sir.
then comes the turn of the tactical management. So tactical management is below the strategic management, or the tactical planning is underneath the strategic planning. Okay,
Yes.
whereby the managers of the company. So I'm speaking about my management accountant or financial manager. See, CFO is chief financial officer. Under him, there is a financial manager. You understand the
Yes.
hierarchy?
Yes, sir.
So these guys are the ones who have to work hard and who have to report to the strategic management, okay, with their reports, okay, which would convince the strategic management that their goals can be achieved. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, sir.
See, I have got an idea. See, I'm not an expert. See, do you think Ambani is an expert?
No.
No, he's not a chartered accountant. He's not a cost accountant. He's not a financial. He's not a graduate from IIM. He is just an entrepreneur who has a
Yes,
vision,
sir.
who has money. He will employ all these professionals under him. They will give reports to him whether to go forward with the project or not. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
But still Ambani is Ambani. The people who are working under him are someone who are more important for Ambani's organization.
Yes,
Ambani
sir.
just comes, visits and goes.
Of course. Yes, sir.
Those people are working day and night to make Reliance company a profit making organization. So
Yes.
strategies will be prepared by Ambani. He is just for namesake rubber stamp. And those strategies he will be preparing after reading the reports of these guys, the tactical management. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So budgets, forecast, everything would be done by these people. And then see, under them comes the operational core. See, these guys make strategies and these guys support them in making strategies. And then these guys finalize and give them the task. Yeah, okay, fine. We are okay with their strategy. And these guys then implement it on the organization. And these guys are the ones who are responsible to work on that strategies. Understood?
Yes, sir.
See, the CEO makes strategies, gives to the manager, and manager implements that, and the supervisors work on that. Understood, na?
Understood, sir.
These two sit in office. These are the ones who are working in the field work. That's it. You understood? So
Yes,
I'm
sir.
moving
I'm
forward. Yeah.
copying it down.
So just can you go for this question?
Uh,
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Then
yes.
we'll, I think, about to end the chapter.
You want me to go through it, sir?
Yeah, we will do the question. It's like, 15 minutes. 15 minutes more. We are about to end the chapter.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so we already have explained you the other points also, data, information, all are done. Just we will read this question and see what your answer is going to be. Please go
Okay.
for this question. Yeah.
It's the first activity, right, sir?
Yeah. Plan one.
Okay.
So there are
Senior
some three
management.
plans. You
Yes, sir.
read those three plans and state whether each plan is strategic, tactical. You have to decide what is strategic, what is tactical, what is operational.
Okay, sir.
I explained you three things, correct? Strategic
Yes.
is at the highest level, and that is only like related to non-financial.
No. Yes.
Then the ones who are going to assist the who are going to submit their reports and prepare the budgets are tactical ones. Okay, and operational
Yes.
ones are going to work on the instructions. That's it.
So the first one is the strategic.
Yeah, first one is strategic plan. Very good, excellent. And second
Yes.
one, because senior management decide that company should increase sales by 5% per annum for at least 5 years. That is just their focus is on that. That means
Yes, sir.
they have studied the external market and they have come to this conclusion. Next one.
The sales director and senior sales manager make plans to increase sales by 5% in the next year. It's some provisional planning for future years. This involves planning direct sales, resources, advertising, sales promotion, and
So
so
they
on.
are planning, isn't it so? So can I say that comes under tactical?
Yes, so it's tactical.
Yeah, and because they are going to make the reports and all for that, and the ones who are going to see the territory and weekly sales and going to deal with the representatives and all is operational, correct?
Operational, yes, sir.
Done. So management accounting and financial accounting, I've already explained you, Fatima. Financial accounting is all about preparing the financial reports at the end of the year. Who does this? The financial accountants of the company. And financial accounting is based upon actual transactions. What happens in actuality on daily basis? Those transactions are recorded in the books of prime entry called journals, classified into ledgers and summarized by way of preparation of trial balance and financial reports at the end of the year, correct?
Yes, sir.
So these are all done on actual basis, and here no forecast, no expectation, no nothing like that. But and here everything whatever you see is financial. That means non-financial information is no non-financial information has no place in financial accounting. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and financial accounting is based upon accounting standards.
Okay,
They
sir.
have their specific standards which they have to work. If you don't follow the standards, you cannot make the financial accounting, and the financial accounting has a set format given. Okay.
Yes.
And every company has to prepare financial accountants at the financial accounting at the end of the year. That is mandatory. When it comes to management accounting, they don't have any standards, they don't have any set formats. Okay, they can make it based upon their discretion. Like I gave you this, right now I have given you a particular format, na, raw material, factory expenses, then office expenses. Did I give you that?
Yes. Yes, sir.
They can put this above and this below, but these kind of things cannot be done under the financial accounting. Whenever you make a financial report, they have a set format, you have to follow that format. That's it. For
Okay.
example, for sake of understanding, I'm explaining this, I'm giving this example to you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
To make you understand that they are very rigid in that, they're not flexible based upon like they're not flexible when it comes to making a financial report. They are rigid and they want the elements of the financial statements to be shown as per the way they want it to be, isn't it so? Now,
Yes, sir.
management accounting is very flexible, not rigid, and financial as well as non-financial information both are considered for management accounting. Okay, and it is not mandatory that a company should hire a management accountant or do management accounting. It's not necessary also. Fine.
Yes, sir.
And that's what it is about. I've explained all the points. This question you have to do at home,
Okay,
homework.
sir.
Data and information I have already explained you right now. Data is nothing
Yes, sir.
but raw material. Raw material processed, it becomes information. So the transactions whichever happen in your business is data, and those transactions are recorded, classified, and summarized, and those transactions are only made a financial report at the end of the year, based upon which the shareholders understand whether the company is in profits or not. So shareholders only want one information, whether the company is in profits or not. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so financial reports are prepared, and that financial report is nothing but the what is the raw material? Transactions.
Transactions. Yes, sir.
These are processed by making journals, ledgers, trial balance, and then financial reports. From financial reports, so this is the process. After the data is processed, it gives you what? It gives you the final information. Am I right?
Final information. Yes, sir.
Based upon that information, people can decide whether to invest in this company or not. Isn't it so?
Yes.
Again, this is activities homework.
Okay, sir.
See, can I give you this homework, na? After reading, you
Yes,
have
sir.
to
Yes,
solve.
of course.
Yeah, yeah. What are the qualities of good information? See, any information can only be considered a good information if it is relevant. That means of your use. You want to go to Dubai. I'm telling you about Tokyo. Is it relevant for you?
No.
Never. So never you will pay attention to such kind of information. So if this is my company and I want to hire 20 laborers for doing some task, and apart from that, I'm also considering buying a machine. So machine is
Yes, sir.
saving me $30,000. So what is relevant for me buying machine, correct?
Yes, sir.
See, I'm spending more on labor, but I'm saving $30,000 if I use machine. It's relevant for me, and the information should be complete. Never should be half, accurate and clear. Then definitely it can build
Yes.
confidence. Like a person can be very confident if all these things information has, isn't it so? And it should be appropriately
Yes, sir.
communicated and timely communicated, and it should create value for you. That's it. Again, this homework.
Yes, sir.
Done with this chapter, Aisha. I think just last,
We're done with that.
yeah, just one topic, last one, small topic. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Limitations of information for decision making. See, all decision making is concerned with future. See, yeah, of course, you make a decision, and that decision should not give you any problems, or should not put you in any kind of situation in the future whereby you're not comfortable. Am I right? So you
Yes, sir.
take your decisions thinking about future. If see, whenever you want to buy a property, you would buy a property in some good proximity, or like in nearby proximity, or in an area which has good social infrastructure, or you'll buy after 50 kilometers away from the city. To reside, you'll
Couldn't
buy
hear.
in a good area. Am I right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Because
Hello.
if a sorry, Fatima. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. Your voice was breaking. Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yes, yes. I can hear you, sir.
Yeah. See, I'm saying if you want to buy a property
Yes,
to
sir.
reside, okay, you would consider 50
So I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear
Yes,
me
sir.
now?
Yes, sir.
See, I'm asking you want to buy a property. So you will consider a area which has all the social infrastructure or some area which is 50 kilometers away from the city.
Infrastructure, of course.
Why? Because you immediately want to reside. You immediately want to shift to some place which has all the facilities.
Yes,
Am
sir.
I right?
Yes, sir.
So, like that, that is based upon the future. Okay, you are seeing that in future I should not have any problems. If you are an investor, then you can choose 50 kilometers away because you think about future that 50 kilometers
Future.
away the city will
Right.
spread there and then you can make good investment profits. So it depends upon what is your priority. Based upon that, you take decisions. Am I right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So all decision making is concerned with future, and so there will always be some degree of uncertainty. Of course, see, you decide, you take decisions, but always those decisions are going to be fruitful for you or not, or going to give you desired results or not, are a big question mark because uncertainty is something which is always there. Am I right?
Yes. Of course. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so uncertainty is always there. That's what they're saying. So, but whatever it is, take decisions which are always something which are having less risk in that. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Of course.
Yeah, that's what. Less risk, but I cannot say you can completely have no risk. Risk would be there.
Yes, sir. It'll be there. Yes.
Risk would be there. Risk is something which is always associated, and we can minimize the risk, but no one has the answer for uncertainty. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
See, when we build a house, there are a lot of risks related to that. Okay,
Yes, sir.
there can be many risks related to that. Like when you build a house, there can be earthquake or something, some kind of flooding, or these kind of things are there, and the building can sustain it. But
Yes, sir.
some of the asteroids are falling on Earth. See, can we expect that to happen?
Mm, we, I mean,
Of course, there are some
there's a,
asteroids which fall on Earth. Yes, they fall on Earth.
yes, sir. But
Yeah, they break in the space and they fall, and many a times they fall on Earth. There was some incident, some family was traveling and something fell on them from this from the space, from the sky.
okay, sir.
That kind of things are not expected. Now those are
They
uncertain
are
things.
not certain. Yes, sir.
Yeah, COVID. Who expected COVID-19? 2019,
Nobody.
we were very happy people. We were the happiest people on the earth. And
Yes,
what
sir.
was it in 2020 March? What happened?
The lockdown,
Suddenly,
everything. Yes.
yeah. So we don't have answers to uncertainties. Okay, but still you have to plan. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the activities I'm purposefully leaving on you because I know this easily can be done by reading the text. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm just leaving this on you. Any doubts in any of the activities, you can come back to me. You can ask me tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm going to conduct test on this chapter and as well as
Yes.
the double entry, first chapter. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you comfortable in answering or we shall go for the discussion?
I'm comfortable, sir.
Okay, very good then. So tomorrow, like what time shall I send you the test papers? Morning 11 o'clock would be all right to send the test papers?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so double entry system, double entry accounting and ledger accounting and first chapter of MA. I'm going to send the test to you. Okay, and tomorrow we are
Okay.
going to do the subsidiary books in the
Yes.
evening class.
All right,
Okay,
sir.
okay, Fatima.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.